of this lecture. So even if you miss one or two problems, that's perfectly fine because again, you will be receiving a copy of this lecture anyway. So for Timo, we have 5 categories. The first one is logical thinking. So first, it takes 7 workers exactly 9 days to build up a machine. If the efficiency of each worker remains the same regardless of the number of workers, how many days does it take 3 workers to build up a machine? Okay, so does anybody want to volunteer for number one?
21. 81 days.
Uh, okay, thank you for that. How about Kiefer? Do you want to show your solution for number
Po.
one?
Pwede po ikaw na lang po magsulat.
Okay.
Hindi ako kasi masyadong ano po. So,
Sige,
first,
you can just
ang formula po niyan ay man times hour over task. Yan po yung formula. So, 7 is the man or workers. 7 multiplied by the hour, which is equal to 9, over the task, which is 1 whole task. Now, that is equal to 3 workers multiplied by the unknown hour because it's still unknown, the steady, over 1. So, 7 times 9 is 63. 63 is equal to 3D. D is equal to 63 divided by 3, or D is equal to 21.
Okay, very good. So the correct answer is 21. Thank you, Kiefer, for your solution. For the others that answered 21, that's also correct. So sige, let's go over number one again in case the others are still a bit confused. So all we have to do for number one is work old must be equal to work new. That means the work done by 7 workers in 9 days must be equal to the amount of work that can be done by 3 workers in an unknown amount of days. So all we have to do is 7 times 9 is equal to, if there are extra tasks like 7 workers, 9 days to build 2 machines, then you can apply that one. But in the context of this problem, we can just use this one. 7 times 9 is equal to 3 times days. So 7 times 9 over 3 is equal to days. But also, I want you guys to start practicing how to cancel values. So yes, you can do 7 times 9 is equal to 63 divided by 3. That's equal to 21. You can also do 9 divided by 3. That's 3. 7 times 3, that's still equal to 21. It doesn't really change the answer, but this is a bit easier, especially when you're going over problems that are more difficult or have a lot more things to multiply and divide. Okay? So again, very good. The correct answer is 21. Thank you, thank you everyone. So let's move on to number 2. Find the average of the following number sequence. So I think the picture is a bit wrong. There should be a comma, right? 180. So find the average of the following number sequence. You have 180, 200, 220, 240, 420 up until 440, 460. Okay, so does anybody want to volunteer for number 2? Okay,
Me
I see
po.
Kenzo is raising his hand. Kenzo, do you want to answer?
Yes. Yes po.
Okay, go ahead.
320.
Okay, very good. It's 320. So how did you get 320?
Is it me, teacher?
Yes,
Yeah.
Kenzo.
Okay, so this looks like an arithmetic sequence because every time the number increases by 20. And we all know how to get the average in an arithmetic sequence. So it's last term plus the first term divided by 2. That would be 460 plus 180, 640 divided by 2. That would be 320.
Okay, very good. So for the others that answered as well in chat, the correct answer should be 320. So the first step for this problem is to identify if it is an arithmetic sequence. So if it's an arithmetic sequence, all we have to do to check it is if it is increasing by a common factor or a common number or a common difference. So I'll just go over all of the terms because we have international students and sometimes countries may have different terms to label these things. So as long as they are increasing by a common amount or decreasing by a common amount, then it is considered an arithmetic sequence. So notice that 180 plus 20, 200 plus 20, 220 plus 20, all of these terms are increasing by 20. That means, excuse me, as much as possible as well, don't write on the board, okay? So we don't distract our fellow classmates. So all of the numbers are increasing by 20. This tells us that this is an arithmetic sequence. And an arithmetic sequence has a special property to figuring out the average. The average of any arithmetic sequence is just the first term plus the last term divided by 2. So this is 180 plus 460 over 2. That is 640 over 2, 320. Okay? So are there any questions for number 2?
Teacher,
Are there any questions?
can I find the sum of it and I divide it to the number of numbers in this sequence?
Yes, you can do that, but it will take you a lot more time. Diba? To get the sum of all of these numbers, you will have to get the average times the number of terms anyway. So, you're just doing extra steps. Pero, yes, you can do that. Okay?
Okay.
See, let's move on to number 3. According to the pattern shown below, what should be the number filled in the blank? So, does anybody want to volunteer for number 3?
Me.
Okay, I see. Um, I'm really sorry if I mispronounced your name. Nguyen Tong. Do you want to answer number 3? Or Bui Hoi Huang? I'm really sorry if I mispronounced your name.
Sir po, I don't think they understand you.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
okay. So do you want to answer for number 3?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Say, go ahead. You can annotate if you want.
First, see that 7 multiple 6 equals 42. Then it
Correct.
multiple 6 to the next number. Then I see that, so I'm take the number 1512 and multiple for 6, that I'm got 9072.
Okay. Very good. Thank you for your answer. The correct answer here should be 9072. So the pattern is just a geometric sequence with a multiplier of times 6. So 1512 times 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry over the 1. This is 7. 0, 3, 9072 should be our final answer for number 3. Are there any questions for number 3?
No, teacher.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's move on to number 4. According to the pattern shown below, how many circles is or are there in the 67th group? Okay, I see Jaira Jeremiah is raising their hand. Do you want to answer for number 4?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So in the pattern below, you can see that in the pattern there's one symbol in the first group, 3 symbols in the second group, 5 symbols in the third group, and then 7 symbols in the fourth group. So what you're gonna do is you are gonna the 67 group is an odd number because the symbols here is 1, 3, 5, and 7.
Okay.
So what you can see is like here I'm just so like there's in this here it's like one symbol, so that's 1, and then in all the symbols here and the number of symbols here are the same, so this one is basically the one of the symbols in the 67 group. So minus 67 minus 1 is 66. 6 and there are 2 of these, so 66 times 2 is equal to 132 plus 1
Okay.
is equal to 133.
Okay, very good. The answer is 133. So thank you for that, Jaire. The pattern here, there are many ways to figure out the pattern, but the most common one, or at least the most obvious one, is just if the label of the group is n, then it is just 2n minus 1, and that will give you the number of symbols inside the figure. So for the first group, that's 2 times 1 minus 1, or 1. For the second group, that's 2 times 2 minus 1. That's equal to 3. For the third group, that's 3 times 2 minus 1, and that is 5. So for the last one, 67 times 2 minus 1 is equal to 134 minus 1. Again, please stop writing on the board, administrator. Okay. So the correct answer then, 67 times 2 minus 1, 134 minus 1, that is 133. And that is going to be our final answer for number 4. Are there any questions for number 4? Okay. So again, thank you for the answer, Jairen. For everyone that also answered 133, very good. Okay, number 5. If we subtract 3 from Michael's age this year, and the difference is divided by 6, 7 is added to the quotient, and the sum is multiplied by 4, the result will be 48. How old is Michael's uncle this year? Okay, so does anybody want to volunteer for number 5?
Me po.
Okay, I see Aiden. Do you want to answer? Mac, Aiden.
Answer it.
Yes po, I want to answer po.
Okay, go ahead.
So, it states that if we subtract 3 from Michael's uncle's age this year and the difference is divided by 6, then 7 is added to the quotient then multiplied by 4 is equals to 48. So, what I did is working backwards po. So,
Okay.
the times 4 will be divided by 4. The plus 7 will be minus 7. The divided by 6 will be times 6. And the minus 3 will be plus 3. So,
Correct.
48 minus 48 divided by 4 is equals to 12. Then minus 7 is equals to 5. Times 6 is 30. Then 30 plus 3 is 33 po.
Okay, very good. The correct answer should be 33. So all we have to do is apply what we call back solving. So when we are back solving, we do the end, we start at the end and do the opposite operation. So if it says multiplied by 4, we do division. 48 divided by 4, that is 12. And then it says 7 is added to the sum. 7 is added to the quotient. So 12 minus 7, that's 5, is divided by 6. 5 times 6 is 30. And last, subtract 3. So we plus 3. 30 plus 3, that is 33. So are there any questions for number 5?
None po.
Okay. Okay, very good. So I think everyone got the correct answer, 33. So again, as much as possible, we don't have to spam the problems, the answers to the problem. Chatting 33 once is good enough. Okay, guys? I can't really read the other comments. I'm really sorry. Now, how about for number 6? There are a total of 46 chickens and rabbits in a farm. The animals have a total of 112 legs. Find the difference between the number of chickens and the number and rabbits in the farm. So does anybody want to volunteer for number 6?
Yes.
Me. Me po.
I want
Me.
to.
Uh,
Do again.
okay, so I'm not sure how to read IMOFVN. Do you want to add? I don't think your name's itong fermat.edu.vn. Do you want to answer?
Yes, I want.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Huang Ke.
Okay, say go ahead. Answer for number 6.
So first, and if we want to find the chickens, and then we'll take 46 and we multiply by 4. And we see the number of legs they have more than the total of legs. Then we see the extra legs we
Uh,
divided by 2.
They're
We
supposed to
will have the
give
number of chickens.
Joseph, you're
How they're
unmuted.
supposed
I'm going to mute
112.
you, okay? Say continue.
By 4, then you find the number of legs. Then you
Okay.
see the number of legs, you subtract from 112 to find extra number of legs. And then you find a number of chickens.
Is this the number of chicken?
Yes, I'm finding chickens. That equals 36. And if I want to find the rabbits, and I take 46 minus 36 equals 10. Then if I find the difference between the number of chickens and rabbits, I take 36 minus 10 equal 26.
Okay, very good. The correct answer should be 26. So I think everyone is also answering 26. Very good. So let's double check. All we have to do for this problem, there are a total of 46 chickens and rabbits in a farm. The animals have a total of 112 legs. All we have to do is first assume all are rabbits, because this will give us an incredibly a larger amount of legs. When you subtract it by 112, this gives us the difference or the extra number of legs. And then we can calculate for how many chickens are there. So when we assume all are rabbits, so that's 46 times 4 minus, again, the original number of legs divided by the difference in legs. This gives us the number of chickens, okay? Because 46 times 4 minus 112 are the extra legs. By dividing it by the difference of their legs, we get the amount of chickens, okay? So again, 46 times 4 is 184 minus 112 over 2. 184 minus 112 is 72 divided by 2. So the number of chickens is 36. And from the equation, there are a total of 46. That means there are 10 rabbits. So since it's asking for the difference between the number of chickens and rabbits, the final answer should be 36 minus 10, 26. Okay? So does anybody have any questions for number 6?
Teacher,
What's your question, Fan?
I'm late for this meeting, so can you tell me the results of the first 5 questions?
It'll be a bit hard to go back for the other problems, Fan, but don't worry, all of this will be all of this is recorded. So once you receive the recorded copy of the lecture, you can just peruse on your own. You can just view on your own, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. So now those were the first 6 questions. Now we can start doing the arithmetic problems. So the first problem for arithmetic is find the value of 2023 times 4 times 4 times 125 divided by 1,000. So does anybody want to volunteer
Me.
for number 7?
Me.
Okay. Kenzo, do you want to solve for number 7?
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Okay, go ahead.
So 2023 times 4 times 4 times 125 divided by 1,000 can be written as 2023 times 4 times 4 times 125 over 1,000. So I just multiply 2023 times 4 and then close parenthesis, open parenthesis, 4 times 125. That will be 8,092 times 500 over 1,000. So I simplified 1,000 and 500. Now it's just 2023 times 4 times 2. 2023 times 4 is 8,092. And then times 2 that would be 16,184.
16,184. Okay, sige now let's double check. So first, we can just rewrite this problem with 2023 times 4 times 4 times 125 divided by 1,000, diba? 4 times 4 times 125, when you do these first, this is equal to 2,000. And when you cancel these two together, it's just 2. So our answer is just going to be 2023 times 2. That is 4,046. Okay? So this is also why I want you guys to start practicing how to use the cancellation method, because it makes the multiplication process a lot easier. So if you don't know, if you can't like multiply 4 by 4 by 125 in your head, you can also do them individually muna. So for example, what is 4 divided by 1,000? This is 250. This is 1 over 2, 2, 1. So you're still left with times 2. 2023 times 2 is 4,046. Okay? So is this the final answer as well in your mock test copy?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So thank you for that. Okay, I think we can move on to number 8. Find the value of 12 plus 23 plus 34 plus 45 plus 56 plus 67 plus 78 plus 89. Okay, so does anybody want to volunteer for number 8?
Me po.
Okay, how about let's call, okay, I see Nguyen and Tuong. I'm really sorry if I like mispronounce your name. Just tell me how to pronounce it, okay? So, Nguyen and Tuong, do you want to answer?
I want to answer.
Okay.
And first, we find the number of the numbers in here.
Okay.
Or we can skip. And then we find the sum. First, we take the biggest number plus the smallest number. And we multiply the number of numbers. Then we divide it by 2.
1 times 8, that's 808. Divided by 2, that's 404. Was this the final answer as well? Okay, 404. Okay, so I see a lot of people are again, guys, reminders for everyone. As much as possible, please stop spamming so that, like, if you want to answer, you can just chat the answer. That's fine. But as much as possible, don't start fighting in the chat. Don't chat unnecessary things, because your classmates might not be able to see the questions, or I might not be able to see the question your classmates are posing. Okay? Guys, stop fighting as well as stop cursing in chat. Okay? So there are 400. The answer is 404. Thank you for that. So also for everyone that is answering in chat, very good. So let's move on to number 9. Find the value
Teacher.
of 1/2 plus 1/6 plus 1/12 plus 1 over 20 plus 1 over 90 plus 1 over 10. Okay, how about Wang Nguyen Kang? Do you want to answer for this one?
No. Me, please.
Okay, sige, Fan Hui. I'm really sorry if I again
Yes.
mispronounce your name. Yeah, go ahead if you want to answer.
Yes. I take 1/2 plus 1/6 plus 1/12 plus 1/20 plus and plus 1/90 plus 110. So I take this time 2 equal 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/12 plus 1/20 plus 1/90. So I take that 1 plus 1/2 plus 1 and 1/6 plus 1 and 1/12 plus 1 and 190 minus 1/2 plus 1/12 plus 120 plus 190 plus 110. So it's equal 1 minus 110. It will equal 109. 110.
Okay, see that? Let's double check.
May iba solution po ako.
Let's try my solution na lang muna, okay? So, 1/2 plus 1/6 plus 1/12 plus 1/20. Notice that these numbers are actually 1 over 1 times 2 plus 1 over 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 4. This one is this one plus 1 over 4 times 5 up until ... plus 1 over 9 times 10 plus 1 over 10 times 11.
Ôi, cẩn thận cho em ơi.
Excuse me, when
Cho
you're
nó hết.
unmuted. I'm going to mute you, okay? Just for a while. So 1 over 10 times 11 is the last term. And we can rewrite this actually into 1 over 1 minus 1/2. And that is equal to 1 over 1/2. And we can also rewrite this for all of the terms. 1/2, 1 over 2 times 3 is just equal to 1/2 minus 1/3. Diba? Because 1/2 is 3/6. 1/3 is 2/6. That is 1/6. We can apply this to all the numbers. 1/3 minus 1/4 up until we have plus 1 over 9 minus 1 over 10 plus 1 over 10 minus 1 over 11. And then all of the terms in the middle are going to get canceled out except for the first term, which is 1 over 1 minus the last term, which is 1 over 11. Make them into similar fractions. 11 minus 1 over 11, and that is 10 over 11. Okay? So the answer for number 9 is just 10 over 11. So are there any questions for number 9? Okay. Okay, a lot of your classmates as well are answered 10 over 11. Okay, very good. Okay, let's go over number 10. Find the value of 666 divided by 1 minus 666 divided by 2 plus 666 divided by 3 minus 666 divided by 6. Okay, so does anybody want to volunteer for number 10? Okay, I see Nguyen Dang Khoi. Do you want to answer for number 10?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
666 divided by 1 minus 666 divided by 2 plus 666 divided by 3 minus 666 divided by 6. 666 divided by 1 by 6 is 666 minus 666 divided by 2 equals 333. And plus 666 divided by 3 equals 222, and plus 666 divided by 6 equals 111. 666 minus 333 equals 333 plus 222 equals 555 minus 111 equals 444.
Okay, very good. So the final answer for number 10 should be 444. So again, let's go over this one more time. So thank you for that. So 666 divided by 1 is as is, minus 666 divided by 2, that's 333, plus 666 divided by 3, that's 222, minus 606 divided by 6, that's 111. We can group them together. 666 minus 333, that's 333. 222 minus 111, that's 111. Add them again, that's 444. And that should be our final answer. So are there any questions for number 10?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you for that. So number 11, find the value of 4 minus 8 plus 12 minus 16 plus 20 minus 24 plus 28 up until you have 84 minus 88 plus 92. Okay, so
Me po.
I see Aiden is raising his hand. Aiden, do you want to answer? Aiden Kiefer.
Sorry, sir, I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay. So how about Jaira, do you want to answer?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. $92 minus 4. Okay, 92 minus 4 over 8 plus 1. Hello, please don't annotate or scribble while your classmate is answering, okay? Hello, my van, please stop writing, okay? Thank you. Hello, excuse me. Again, reminders, everyone, please stop writing. You're distracting your other classmates. Jaira, do you want me to continue for you?
I forgot to unmute my mic, sorry.
Okay. Say, I'll just continue for you, okay?
Opo.
Say, so for this one, you can do two different solutions. The first one is you can group together the positive numbers, which was what Jaire did kanina. That's why Jaire used 92 minus 4 over 8. Because if you group together only the positive numbers, then you have a skip count of 8. But I'm going to show you a slightly easier solution. Notice that when you pair the numbers together, like negative 8 plus 12, that's positive 4. Negative 16 plus 20, that's positive 4 again. Negative 24 plus 28. Again, reminders, everyone, please stop writing. Okay? So since there's an issue with annotation, I'm just going to disable annotation for everyone, okay? So again, that is positive 4. Negative 16 plus 20 is positive 4. Negative 24 plus 28 is positive 4. Negative 88 plus 92 is positive 4. All of the pairs of numbers give you a sum of positive 4. So now all we have to do is just get how many numbers are there. So starting at negative 8, disregard the signs for a while because all we are trying to figure out is how many numbers. 92 minus 8 over 4 plus 1, that is 92 minus 8, that's 84 over 4 plus 1. 84 over 4, that is 21 plus 1. There are 22 numbers or 11, sorry, I wrote 4. 11 pairs. And again, each pair of numbers gives you a sum of 4. So 11 times 4, that's 44. But don't forget, we have a lone individual number in the beginning that has no pair, which has a value of 4. So we add 4, and the
48.
final answer is 48. Was 48 also the answer? Okay, so was 48 as well the answer for everyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
Thank you. I don't understand, teacher. Okay, let me, can you be a bit more clear? Which part do you not understand? Or how about I just explain this again, okay? So, all we have to do for this one is we group together the numbers by pair, diba? Negative 8 plus 12 is positive 4. Negative 16 plus 20 is again positive 4. Negative 24 plus 28 is positive 4. And then all of these numbers give you a sum of positive 4. All of the pairs of numbers will give you a sum of positive 4. So we use the formula to count how many numbers there are, starting from negative 8 to 92, which is just last term 92 minus the first term 8 divided by the skip count, which is 4. 92 plus 1, sorry. 92 minus 8 is 84 divided by 4 plus 1. That's 21 plus 1 or 22 numbers. So there are 22 numbers from negative 8 to 92. And then that means, diba, every pair of numbers gives us a sum of 4. So that is 11 pairs. 11 pairs times 4, their value is 44 plus 4, that is 48. Okay, so are there any more questions for number 11?
Yan po.
Excuse me, I need to eat lunch. Yeah, you can eat lunch. Is there a break? Yes, there is also a break after number
Teacher.
18. We can take a 10-minute break muna, okay? Do you have a question, Lay Vietnam?
Teacher, why you don't take 92 minus 12 and divide 8?
Ano? What's your question?
Why you don't take 92 minus 12 and divide 8?
92 minus 12 divided by 8? Yeah, you
This
can do
gives
that
you
as well.
pair.
If you can get the same answer, that's perfectly fine. I think that's the fun part about math. We can have very different answers, and that's perfect, and very different solutions, but the same answers. So I want to leave the meeting. Can I? Yes, you can. And then you can just come back. Okay?
Teacher, will the
Okay.
Timo will give me the video of this this Zoom?
Yeah. This is all recorded, and you guys will receive a copy of this lecture. Okay?
Yes,
So
thanks.
since it's lunchtime, if your parents are calling you to eat something, yeah, you can get like a meal and then just come back without worrying that you might miss a problem or two. Okay? So yeah, let's move
Yes.
on now to number 12. Find the value of 1/4 plus 1/16 plus 1 over 64 plus 1 over 256 plus 1 over 1024. Okay. Tranle Folk, do you want to answer for number 12? Okay, so um
Sige, sige. Sa Charlie.
okay, how about someone else? Um Kenzo, do you want to answer for number 12? Okay.
Love this one, please.
Okay, Nguyen Wang Lanshi, do you want to answer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
We can call this A, please.
A.
Yeah, so A multiplied by 4 equals. So you can see that 1/4 multiplied by 4 is 1. So can you write 1 for me, please?
1.
Yeah. Plus 1/4 plus 1/16
Okay.
plus 1 over 64 plus 1 over 256. And we can see that 1/4 plus 1/16 plus 1/64 plus 256 is A, but we subtract to 1 over 1024. So A multiplied by 4. Yes, that's my answer.
1023 over 1024.
Yes.
Okay, let's double check now. So I think
But
the solution is
I think we have to do can you write for me 123 over 124 divided by 3.
okay, correct. So this is
Yeah,
that is
that's my answer.
341 over 1024. Okay, so very good. That's a very nice solution. So what they do for this problem is let's label this as A is equal to 1/4 plus 1 over 16, or this entire problem, plus 1 over 64 plus 1 over 256 plus 1 over 1024. That means 4A, or the value of this times 4, is equal to 1 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 1 over 16 plus 1 over 64 plus 1 over 256. So when we do 4A minus A, notice that all of these terms cancel each other out, except for 1 minus 1 over 1024. So 1 minus 1000 is equal to 3A. So that's where we get the divided by 3 part, okay? So this is 1024 minus 1 over is equal to 3a. 1023 divided is equal again to 3a. So we have to divide this by 3 to get 341 over 1024. So are there any questions for number 12?
No, teacher.
Okay, very good. 341 over 1024. Yeah, okay. So I think mostly everyone got the correct answer. So yes, if you don't want to use this solution, you can also just make them into similar fractions of over 1024. But I believe that this is a bit easier and it saves you more time and you are less likely to make mistakes using this solution, okay? So thank you for that. I think we can move on now to number 3. And again, reminders to everyone, we have a 10-minute break after number 18, okay?
Yes.
So how many positive factors does 321 have?
Sir po, can I answer this?
Okay, go ahead, Baron.
So for this one, what I did was split 321,321 into 1,001 and 321. And then I split 321 into 3 and 107. And then I split 1,001 with 91 and 11. And then I split 91 into 13 and 7. So since all of this is, what I did is 3 to the power of 1 times 107 to the power of 1 times 91 to the power of 1 times 11 to the power, no, not 91.
13 times 7 to the power of 1.
Yes, times 11 to the power of 1. And then what I did was 1 plus 1 times 1 plus 1 times 1 plus 1 times 1 plus 1 times 1 plus 1. That gave me 32.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Baron. And for the others that also answered 32, this should be the correct answer for the positive factors of 321. So now let's double check. So all we have to do is again, first get the factors of 321. So as it repeats 321, this gives us a clue that it is divisible by 321 times 1001. 1001 is again 91 times 11. And then 91 is 13 times 7. 321 is 3 times 107, and 107 is a prime number. We take the prime factors of each, and notice that if it's 3 times 7 times 11 times 13 times 107, they all have a hidden exponent of 1. Diba? We take their hidden exponents of 1, we take their exponents, and we add 1 to each. And then we multiply to get the number of factors. So there are 5 bases. So that's 1 plus 1. That's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And that should give you 32 positive factors for 321,321. So are there any questions for number 13? How? Okay, so this is just the formula talaga for this is just the formula on how to get the positive factors of a number. We get their exponents. For example, how many factors does 4 have? Diba, the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. When you do 4, diba, this is just 2 squared in prime factors. You get the exponent, 2 plus 1, that's 3. So, this is just the formula on how to get the number of positive factors. The proof is a bit difficult if that's what you're asking, pero this is just the formula lang, okay? You get the prime factors and then you take the exponents, add 1. If there are multiple bases, then you multiply them as well, okay? So are there any more questions for number 13? So let's move on to number 14. Find the last 2 digits of 3 times 5 times 7 times 3 times 5 times 7 times 3 times 5 times 7. Okay, does anybody want to volunteer for number 14? Okay,
Me po, sir.
okay. Say, go ahead. THRN. Sorry, your name isn't displayed. Sorry.
Sir po, may I answer?
How about we give others a chance? How about Nguyen and Tuong? Do you want to answer?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
So first, I take 3 multiply with 5 equals, then the last digit is 5. Then I multiply with 7, multiply with 3, I have a last digit of 1. Then I multiply 5 with 7, so I get the last digit is also 5. Then I still 3 and multiply with 5 and still have a last digit of 5. And I multiply with 7. 5 with 1. 5 multiplies with 1, still 5. And 5 multiplies with 5, it still have the last digit of 5, equals 25. Then I multiply with 5, I still have the 2 last digits with 25. Then I multiply with 7. I've got the 2 digits of 75.
Okay, sige daw, let's double check for number 14. So for number 14, we have to find the last 2 digits of 3 times 5 times 7 times 3 times 5 times 7 times 3 times 5 times 7. So all we have to do is get the 2 digits of each of these 3 numbers because they are in a pattern. It makes it easier for us to solve for it if we solve for it in a pattern as well. So 3 times 5 times 7 is actually just 105, right? 15 times 7. Okay, that's 105. So 105, 105. The last 2 digits of each number is just 5. So we can just do 5 times 5 times 5, and that is 125. So the last 2 digits are going to be 25. Okay? So I think
calculator.
okay, so ano lang, in the competition, don't use a calculator. You're gonna get caught cheating, okay?
25.
Okay, very good. So for the others that also answered in chat, very good. So are there any questions concerning number 14? Okay, so let's move on to number 15. Okay, given the sum of integers a and b is 688 and a is 171 times of b, What is the value of A? Okay, I see Kitia is raising her hand. Their hand. Wait.
Can I answer this question, please?
Sorry, I already called Kitia. Oh wait, Kitia, do you want to answer?
Yes. Yes. A is 107 times B. And so A and B is B. And A plus B is 171 times B and plus one times B is so that 688 is 172 times B. So B is 688 divided by 172. So B is 4, and then A is 171 times 4 is 684.
Okay, very good. Since we're looking for the value of A, the answer should be 684. Thank you for that. So all you have to do for number 15 is if it says the sum of integers A and B, and A is 171 times of B, that means all we have to do is 171 plus 1. And that is 172 divided 688 by 172, and that gives us 4. So B is equal to 4. And yes, you can do A is equal to 171 times 4. You can also just do 688 minus 4 to get 684. So again, let's go over this. That's the short solution. If the question is asking for the sum of two integers and A is a factor of B or A is a multiple of B, you can just do 171 plus 1, divide that by the total, and you will get B. But the long formula is just A plus B is 688. A is equal to 171 times B. So we can use this value of A here to do 171B plus B is equal to 688. 172B is equal to 688. B is equal to 4. And again, you can just do A is equal to 688 minus 4 to get 684. Okay? So are there any questions for number 15?
No.
No, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah. Find the largest two-digit prime number that equals to the sum of three different prime numbers.
This digit
Can I
prime
answer the question?
go to the sum different three different prime numbers. Oh,
Uh,
I don't.
Koa, you're unmute. I'm going to mute you, okay? So does anybody, wait, let me see. Does anybody want to volunteer for number 16?
Me.
Okay. Folk
Cho
Love
em hỏi là
Fam.
có thầy
I'm
cô
really
hướng dẫn
sorry
ở
if
đây không ạ?
sorry, excuse me. I can't understand.
Em
Sorry.
hỏi có thầy cô hướng dẫn ở đây không ạ?
Ma'am, Fan Vu.
Cô
Sorry.
ở đây chỉ có một thầy giáo tiếng Anh thôi ạ.
Sorry. Again, I can't understand. If you can write it out in English, that would be great.
Thầy là người nước ngoài thì không hiểu được mình đâu ạ.
Essay. Yes. Học cấp sau rồi.
She's asking for help. Okay. Help with. I'm really sorry. I can't understand. There's a language barrier. Sorry.
She say, can have a teacher when Miss
He's
here.
he's looking for the teacher to help her something.
Help with or
He's like help her to do like to I think to understand you or to join into the class.
She's asking for a Vietnamese teacher. Okay. I'm sorry, we don't have a Vietnamese delegate here. Really sorry. So let's just continue with the problem. Number
Why?
16.
Why?
Um,
Why?
I'm not sure. Number 16. Find the largest.
you know Vietnamese.
Let's just continue with number 16.
I
Find the
think I
largest.
know number 16. I think I know number 16.
97
Can I answer this?
equal to
Folk Lam Fam already volunteered. Let's, okay. Number 16, Folk, do you want to answer?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
97 is the largest two-digit prime number because it has the three prime number classes into equal to 97. It's 3 plus 5 plus 89. 89 is equal to 97. So 97 is the largest two-digit prime number that equal to the three different prime numbers.
What was your prime numbers? 3, 5, and
89.
89?
Yes.
Okay. We can also do 29, 31, and 37 to get a sum of 97. So 97 is the largest three-digit number, okay? Largest two-digit prime number. So now let's double check for number 17. If nine-digit number 213475482 is divisible by 8 and A is greater than 5, find the value of single-digit number A.
Sir po, may I answer this?
Okay, go ahead, Varan.
So this one, the divisibility rule of 4 is for the first two digits to be divisible by 4. So the only digits that could be like that are, and that fit the following rule. A is bigger than 5. The only numbers are 7 and 9. But since 7 and 72 is divisible by 8 and 92 is not, we have to use A as 7. Substitute A as 7.
Okay, very good. So for number 17, if the nine-digit number 213475482 is divisible by 8 and A is greater than 5, find the value of single-digit number A. All we have to do for this, the divisibility rule of 8 is last three digits of the number must be divisible by 8. Must be divisible by 8. Okay? So you have 4A2. And the only number that is divisible here, notice you have numbers like 400, 440, and 480. The only possible number is 472. Okay? So A must be 7 since it states that A must be greater than 5. It cannot be 432. So again, since it states that A must be greater than 5, the value of A must be 7. And 472 is divisible by 8. And that is 59. Other than the last three digits must be divisible by 8, all three digits can also be 0 for it to be divisible by 8. Okay? So let's go ahead. So this is our last number before we take our break. Given the sum of two positive integers A and B is 25, find the largest possible value of the product of A and B. So,
Sir, can I answer this question?
Okay, go ahead, Nguyen Tat.
25 equals to 1 times 25 and 5 times 5. Then we have 1 plus 25 equals 26. And 5 plus 5 equals 10. So the largest possible value of sorry. Uh, I misread the question.
It's okay.
Can I correct this, please?
Teacher, can I answer for this, please, teacher?
Uh, okay, go ahead, Nguyen and Tuong.
Just first the nearest number, and they will make the product the greatest product. So I make 25 is divided by 2, but have one out. So I put 1 in one number called A, and then I have two numbers 12 and 13. And then I multiplied, and I have the answer of 156.
Okay, very good. So the answer is 156. So all we have to do is if you have two numbers, the largest possible product will be the ones when A is almost equal to B, when A and B are as close to each other as possible. So when you put this down on a table, just to prove for it, 1 times 24 is only 24. But 2 times 23 is 46. So the closer they are to each other, the larger the product. So the largest one should be 12 times 13, and that is 156. So are there any? Okay, so 156 is the final answer. So are there any questions for number 18?
No, sir.
None po.
Okay, since it's already since this is the last number for number 3, I think we can take our 10-minute break. So it's 12:18 by my time. I think we have different times. So ano lang, please come back by 12:28 according to my time. It's 12:18 now. So just check your times as well. Please come back after 10 minutes, okay?
Teacher, I have to ask you this question.
Okay.
Can you teach me by the 16? I didn't understand.
Number 16. Okay, let's just one question, okay? Find the largest two-digit prime number that equals to the sum of three different prime numbers. So there's no real solution for this one other than, di ba, we know that 97 is the largest two-digit prime number. And 97 can also be, we can also get 97 through the sum of three different prime numbers, which is, according to your classmates a while ago, what they did was 3, 5, and 89. Because 3 plus 5 is 8, 89 plus 8 is 97. You can also do 31, 37, that's, and 19.
37, 99, 29.
29.
Oh, yeah, 29. So you can use these to get 97. And this is already the largest two-digit prime number. It can also be expressed as a sum of three other prime numbers. So that's why the answer for number 16 is 97. Okay? So with that, I think we should take our break muna, okay? Then let's all come back by 12:28.
Cool.
Okay, hi. It's hello. Okay.
Oh, you come back.
Hi. Okay, so it's already 12:28. Are the others here? Wow, there are 193 participants. Wow. Okay, so I think
So
we can
very
move on
tired.
to oh, it's 12:27 pa pala sa others time. Maybe advance yung watch ko a bit. Okay, it's okay now. Sure na talaga it's 12:28.
No.
I think we can continue. Okay. So number 18, we already did this one. Sorry. So now geometry, last 12 questions left. Okay, how about for the last 12 questions, is it okay if I answer the problems myself?
Xuống đâu
And then,
Rồi xuống. Hai đứa học
uh,
đây.
Stan, I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Do you have a question? Stan Hang? Oh, sorry. Okay. So, is it okay if I answer for the problems myself? Because we're a bit late on time. It's already 12:28 and we still have 12 problems to go. Okay?
Okay.
Do we have an arithmetic problem? Oh, we already finished the arithmetic problems from 7 to 12.
160.
Okay, so let's double check this one. A pyramid has 114 faces. How many edges does this pyramid have? So we have our formula for pyramids. For pyramids, a pyramid with an n-sided base will have its faces be equal to n plus 1, its vertices be equal to n plus 1, and its edges be equal to 2 times n. And this is our working formula for pyramids. Now we have, again, if the pyramid has 114 faces, faces is f, 114 is equal to n plus 1. First, we solve for how many sides does the base have, which is just 114 minus 1 is equal to n, or n is equal to 113 sides. If you have 113 sides, then you have, again, formula for edges, 2n, 226 edges. Okay, so Kitia and Lucas said that the answer was 226. The others as well answered 226. Okay, very good. So are there any questions for number 19? All we have to do for number 19 is just memorize or at least familiarize with the formula. If you have a pyramid with an n-sided base, faces is equal to n plus 1, vertices is equal to n plus 1, edges is equal to 2 times n. Are there other questions? Are there any questions for number 19?
No.
Can you explain again? Okay, one more time. Okay. So for this one, to be able to answer this one, you have to be able to memorize the formula. If you have a pyramid with an n-sided base, n being a variable, n-sided base, then the number of faces will be equal to the number of sides plus 1. The number of vertices is equal to the number of sides plus 1.
124.
The number of edges is equal to 2 times the number of sides. So we are first given the number of faces, which is 114. So 114 is equal to n plus 1. N is equal to 113. Now we have the value of n. We just multiply it by 2 to get 226. And this is the number of edges. So are there any more questions for number 19?
26. 20 times.
Okay, very good. So again, reminders for everyone, is it okay lang ba if I answer the problems myself? Because we're running a bit late on time, okay? But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, okay? So number 20, given the sum of the interior angles of a regular polygon is 4,500 degrees, how many sides does this polygon have? Okay, so for this problem, all we have to do is, given the formula, a lot of geometry is going to involve formulas that we have to familiarize, okay? That the formula for the sum of the interior angles is just n minus 2. Sorry, I wrote n minus n. N minus 2 times 180 is equal to 4,500. So we just have to solve for the value of n. So first, we divide both sides by 180. So this is 450 divided by 18. I think this is 25. Let's double check. 36.
Teacher,
45 minus
may I go
36,
to
that's
toilet?
9. Ano?
May I go to
What?
toilet?
Yeah, you can. You don't, for the others, you don't have to ask for my permission, okay? If you want to go to the toilet. So 4,500 divided by 180 is 25. So that means n minus 2 is equal to 25. N is equal to 27. So are there any questions for number 20?
Sir po, please let me write this down.
Okay, you can take a screenshot. It's a bit faster, but also you will be receiving a solution manual as well as a recorded lecture. So just focus on listening because you will all be receiving a copy of the solutions after. So again, the answer should be 27. So let's move on to number 21. At most, how many pieces of a round cake can we get with 7 vertical cuts across the entire cake? So all we have to do for this one is use the formula n cuts. For n cuts, the formula is just n times n plus 1 over 2 plus 1. Hello, was there a question? So this is the formula to get the number of maximum pieces.
29 piece.
Ano? What? 29 pieces? Sige daw, let's double check.
pieces.
Okay, let's double check daw. Take note that the problem is not asking for equal pieces. It's just saying any piece. So if we want to maximize, we can use this formula, which is again, n for the number of cuts. We use the formula n times n plus 1 over 2 plus 1. So 7 times 8 over 2 plus 1, or 56 divided by 2 plus 1, 28 plus 1,
28
or
plus 1 is
29.
29.
Okay, very good. So for the others that also answered 29, that is the correct
29.
answer. So are there any questions for number 21? Okay, very good. Okay, how about number 22? Given the perimeter of a rectangle is 120 and the side lengths of the rectangles are integers, what is the largest possible area of the rectangle? So remember,
please.
uh,
Me, please.
as much as possible,
Me, please.
is it okay if I answer the problems? Because we're running a bit out of time. We are supposed to end at around 1, and we still have around 9 problems left. So is it okay if I answer the problems? Okay. I'm really sorry I didn't manage our time well. Okay. So for number 22, Given the perimeter of a rectangle is 120 and the sides and the side lengths of the rectangle are integers, what is the largest possible area of the rectangle? So remember, perimeter of a rectangle is just 2 times length plus width. So if the perimeter is 120, 2 times length plus width, 2 times length plus width, that's 60 is equal to length plus width. And again, same with the problem a while ago. If we want to get the maximum value of the area, we have to get, or the maximum product, the numbers must be as close to each other as possible. So what we can use is L is equal to 30 and W is equal to 30. So question, if length and W are both 30, doesn't that make this a square? Yes, it does. But notice that squares are also rectangles. Squares are special kinds of rectangles, so this is allowed. So 30 is the side length. So 30 squared, that is 900. Okay, so for the others that answered 900, very good.
905.
So are there any questions for number 22?
No.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So let's move on to number 23. How many rectangles are there in the figure below? Okay, so for this one,
One,
all we
two,
have to do is divide the triangle into 3 different pieces. So first, let's get this triangle here. Rectangle,
Yes.
sorry.
Teacher,
Hello.
a square is a rectangle.
Sorry, what? Can you ask your question again?
The square is a rectangle.
Yes, a square is a rectangle. For problem number 22. Yes, for problem number 22, decline. For problem number 22, yes, a square. Chuan Dong Trin, please stop requesting remote control, okay?
Okay.
Was it number 22, your question at number 20? Chuan, please stop.
Sir, I can count it at the 126.
Ano? Wait, what? I couldn't hear. Okay. So again, for number 22, a square is a rectangle. That's why we use the side length of 30. Okay?
The answer is 138.
126.
For number 23, sige, let's try to solve for this one. So all we have to do is first divide it into distinct rectangles. So first, we can do a 3 by 6 rectangle. And then this one, let's call it yellow. This is a 2 by 4 rectangle. And then the overlap, let's label it as blue, is a 2 by 3 rectangle. So all we have to do here is add red plus yellow minus blue. Okay? So to solve for each individual value, we just apply the formula. We count how many
And I
there are per side. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we add them like an arithmetic sum. So the value of red is just 1 plus 2 plus 3 times 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. And this is
times 21.
6. Very good. 6 times 21, which is 126 for red. And then we solve for yellow, which is a 2 by 4. So that is, yellow is equal to, I'm going to change the color of my pen so it's a bit less confusing. Yellow is equal to 1 plus 2 times 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And that is 3 times 10. And that is equal to 30.
Oh.
And then minus blue. So blue is at 2 by 3. So that is 1 plus 2 times a 1 plus 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 3 times, sorry. 3 times 6 or 18. When you add them together, 30 minus 18 is 12. 126 plus 12 is 138.
Oh.
Okay, so I think the majority also answered 138. Very good. Are there questions for number 23?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. Very good. So I think we can move on to number 24. So for number 24, how many rectangles containing asterisks is or are there in the figure
yes.
below?
Let me send.
Sir?
Please.
Sir? Teacher? Coach?
50.
Are there any questions?
54.
Yes po, I have a question.
54.
Okay, what's your question for 23? For 23?
23, yes po. What was the answer?
Number 24
It should be 138 for 23.
Salamat po.
Does one singular
If you
square
didn't listen
count as a
to
rectangle? Yes.
No.
It counts
you
as a
can
singular
look at
rectangle.
the video.
24.
Okay, let's try to solve for 24. Since it's asking for the asterisk, all we have to do is apply the formula. Okay, what's your question? What's your question?
Can I answer?
Is it okay if I answer for the rest of the problems? Because we're running a bit out of time. We are 16 minutes left and we still have 6 more problems, okay? Really sorry.
Yes.
So let's just go over number 24 really quick. So for number 24, we have 1, 2, 3. We start at the center and go over the 4 directions. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And then we only take the last numbers. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 2, that is 54.
59.
Okay?
54.
So the answer for number 24 is 54.
54, yes.
Okay. So we are now down to the last part, which is combinatorics. So a flight of stairs has 11 steps. Zoe can go up 1, 2, or 3 steps at a time. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 1 way to go up the first step, 2 ways to go up the second step, and 4 ways to go up the third step. And then we just add, for the fourth step, we just add the first, second, and third step. So that's 7. For the fifth step, 2 plus 4 plus 7, that's 13.
It's 13.
Sixth step, that's 24. 44. 81.
144.
144.
Sorry.
44.
49.
129.
144.
49.
149.
It's 49.
It's 49. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, it's 149.
It's
Sorry.
49.
44.
274.
149. 274. 1 plus 44. That's 274.
500.
49 plus 81.
44.
That's 544. Teacher.
Oh,
So all we
teacher.
have to do again, go over it very quickly. To get the sum or the answer for the fourth step, we just have to add 1, 2, and 4 to get 7. To get 13, 2 plus 4 plus 7. So we just have to add the 3 preceding steps before the step we are
Yeah.
trying to solve for. Okay? So now let's go over to number 26. If we choose 6 numbers from 1 to 9 without repetition, separate them into 2 groups of 3 numbers and combine the numbers in the same group to form 2 3-digit numbers. What is the largest possible difference of these 2 3-digit numbers? So this is a very straightforward question since it's asking for largest possible difference. So we have to make the biggest 3-digit number, which is 987, subtract it with the smallest 123. That is 4, 6, 8. 864. Okay? Okay, so everyone in the chat is also answering 864. Okay, very good. So are there any questions for number 26? Okay, let's move on to number 27. How many different ways can 4 students stand in the front row from left to right? Okay, so this is also straightforward as well. So from left to right, it's just 4 factorial or 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 4 times 3 is 12 times 2, it's 24. Okay?
Teacher, I have a question.
What's your question?
What's the answer at 26?
The answer in 26, it is just 864. Because the biggest 3-digit number we can make is 987. The smallest is 123. Subtract them, you get, oh, sorry, 864. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So again, number 27, this is just 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. We get 24. Now let's move on to number 8. How many 3-digit positive numbers divisible by 4 or 17 is or are there? So first, let's solve for how many positive numbers divisible by 4 or 7 is or are there. So the biggest 3-digit number divisible by 4 is 996 minus 100 over 4 plus 1. So this is to solve for how many numbers divisible by 4? And that is 225.
So what's the answer to 27?
27, 24. Okay?
Yeah.
So the answer of question number 24, that's 54. So now we get how many numbers are divisible by 17, which is just
986.
very good. 986 is the largest 3-digit
100
number divisible by 17.
minus
Minus 102 over 17 plus 1. So 986 minus 102, that's 884 divided by 17, that's 52 plus 1, 53. Okay, thank you. And now for both 4 and 7, their LCM is 68. The biggest 3-digit number divisible by 68 is 952 minus 136 over 68 plus 1. So 952 minus 136,
13.
116 divided by 68. Okay, 13. So that is minus 13. So 53 minus 13 is 40. 225 plus 40, that's 265. And that is going to be our answer for number 28. Okay, so think everyone, oh, there are 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are multiple people as well. Answer 265. Very good.
I think it's not 55. I think it's 58.
Ano?
Plus 53. I think it's 58.
268 yung answer in ano?
I think
What was the
it's 58.
number 28? Yeah, it should be 265. Okay, I think we can move on now to number 29. 10 students are participating. Sorry. 10 students are participating in a competition. The winner, first and second runner-up will be rewarded gold, silver, and copper medals respectively. How many different combinations of students getting the award is or are there? So for this problem, all we have to do is count how many choices. So we can't actually do 10 combination for this one because the order matters, diba? Because they are first, second, and third. Because the order matters, all we have to do to solve for this one is for first place, how many choices do we have? We have 10 choices. For second place, we have 9 choices. For third place,
8.
we have 8 choices. And that is 72 times 10, 720.
20.
Okay?
Yes.
So, are there any questions for number 29? I think some others answered 120. That is because you use 10 combination 3. But we cannot use 10 combination 3 because the order matters. Okay? So we have 720 as our final answer instead.
Teacher, if like there's like four, like
4
first place, second
places.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
4
should be
places.
times 7.
Oh, thank you.
So I have a question.
What's your question?
Why have 9 student and 8 student?
Okay, very good. Thank you for that question. It's because, diba, the people cannot repeat. So if, for example, in first place, we have 10 choices, and the first place went to student A. First place went to student A, then student A can no longer be a possible option for second place. So that's why there are only 9 choices left for the second place position. And in the third place position, if let's say student B got chosen for second place, then student A and B are no longer choices, leaving us with 8 choices for the third place. Did that answer your question?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so thank you for that question. I think we can move on to the last problem for for this set. We have how many different ways is or are there to place 6 identical black books, 5 identical white books, and 4 identical blue books in a row from left to right? So the key word here is identical. So all we have to do is get the total sum factorial 6. There's something wrong with my pen. 6 plus 5 plus 4 factorial. This is all the ways we can arrange 15 books, but notice there are identical books. So black, black is exactly the same as black, black, like if you were to reverse them. So we have to divide it by the number of identicals. So divide it by 6 factorial times 5 factorial times 4 factorial. So this is 15 factorial over 6 factorial, 5 factorial, 4 factorial.
Sắp xếp đi. Mà con không nhớ phần chia, chia chúng là chia cái gì?
Excuse me, you're unmuted.
Đúng này vào xem chia phần trùng mà. Trùng là...
Mình hư tắt mic đi nào.
I can't find the person who's speaking. Please mute your mics, okay?
It's gone.
Teacher, why
So
did
to
you
solve for
divide
this,
by the numbers factorial?
Excuse me, for the one speaking, please mute your mic, okay? I can't find you out of 187 participants. So we can cancel out the 6 factorial from the 15 factorial to get 15 times 14 times 13 times 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7. We just canceled out the 6 factorial here, divided by 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 4 times 3 times 2. And then we start canceling out to make it a bit easier. For example, 5 times 3 is equal to 15. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 2 is equal, 14 divided by 2 is 7. So our numbers left are just 7 times 13 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 7. And that is going to give us an answer of, if I'm not mistaken, it should give us 630,630. Sige daw, 7 times 13 is 91. Times 11, that's 1,001. Times 10, that's 10,010. Times 9, that's 90,090. Times 7, yes,
630,
that is
630.
630,630. Okay? So are there any questions for number 30?
Teacher, po.
What is the
Wait, pwede, guys. One at a time lang.
Teacher,
One at a time,
what
okay?
about the 5 and 4 factorials, teacher?
The 5 and 4 factorial, it's here. I canceled it out before we started multiplying to make it easier.
Teacher,
5
what is
factorial?
factorial?
Okay. So factorial, if you have 4 factorial, this is an operation that describes 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay?
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so it's already 12:59. Is there one more question?
Can you say again because I'm not understand at all?
Number 30. Sige, let's solve it one more time because it's already time, but let's solve it one more time, okay? So all we have to do is get the total number, which is 15. 6 plus 5 plus 4 is 15 factorial. 15 factorial is 15 factorial is the number of ways we can arrange all of these objects. But notice it says identical. 6 identical black books, 5 identical white books, and 4 identical blue books. That means that some orders like black, black, white is exactly the same if I interchange these two, black, black, white. They are the same, right? So we have to divide it by the number of identicals. So 6 factorial divide 5 factorial and 4 factorial. So 15 factorial divided by 6 factorial, 5 times 14 times 13 times 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 factorial because it continues up until 6. This is 6 factorial. Cancel both of them out. So all you have left is 5 factorial that's equal to 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And 4 factorial is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. To make it easier for us, we cancel out terms before we start multiplying and dividing. So 5 times 3, that's equal to 15. 4 times 2, that's equal to 8. 4 times 3, this is 12. And 14 divided by 2, that's 7. So when you multiply the remaining numbers, 7, 13, 11, 10, 9, and 7, this will give you 630,630. Okay?
Sir po, can we leave na?
Yeah, since it's already 1:01, I think we can end here for today. Okay? I hope you learned a lot. Say bye, guys.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, teacher. Bye. Goodbye, teacher.
Bye po, sir.
Bye, teacher. Teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Where can I watch the it will be sent to you. Maybe ask your coordinators or your delegates from your country. But for the Philippines, it will be sent in your emails, okay? I'm not sure for the other countries.
It is factorial.
Okay.
Factorial.
Bye. I have to go na. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
You again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.